TT enzymes, short for 1011 translocation proteins, might sound like a covert military operation, but in the world of cellular biology, they're actually molecular editors working tirelessly on your DNA. These enzymes don't rewrite the genetic code itself, but they do help decide which parts of it get used. In skin cells, this selective editing is crucial. It determines how cells renew, differentiate, and ultimately how well your skin ages or doesn't. So yes, while sunscreen and moisturizers help at the surface, it's these unsung intracellular editors that are managing your skin's deeper script. Let's start with what these enzymes actually do. The TT family, mainly TT1, TT2, and TT3, catalyze a process called DNA demethylation. Methylation is one of the ways your cells silence parts of DNA, adding a little chemical tag, a methyl group, that effectively locks a gene in the off position. This is a normal part of development and cell specialization. But in aging skin cells, these methylation marks can pile up, sometimes silencing genes that are crucial for repair, regeneration, and proper differentiation. That's where TT enzymes come in. They work like molecular erasers, removing these methyl groups and giving previously silenced genes a chance to be expressed again. In skin biology, that matters a lot. Your skin is constantly regenerating. Keratinocytes, the primary cell type in the epidermis, are born in the basal layer and travel upward, changing form as they go until they become the flattened, dead cells that make up the skin's outermost barrier. This whole process relies on the right genes turning on and off at just the right time. TT enzymes help orchestrate this by maintaining the epigenetic plasticity needed for cells to stay on schedule. They make sure cells don't get stuck in a prematurely aged state or lose the ability to proliferate. As we age, TT enzyme activity declines, partly due to oxidative stress, partly due to a decrease in necessary cofactors, and sometimes just because that's what time does. This slowdown leads to hypermethylation in key areas of the genome, which can shut down the genes responsible for cell cycle control, DNA repair, and proper differentiation. The result? Skin that's thinner, duller, less elastic, and slower to heal. In essence, aging skin isn't just about damage piling up. It's about your genome becoming increasingly unreadable due to a cluttered epigenetic landscape. Here's where vitamin C enters the scene, like a red carpet guest star who also happens to pay everyone's salary. Vitamin C is a required cofactor for TT enzymes. It helps keep the iron in their catalytic site in the proper oxidative state. Without enough vitamin C, TT enzymes simply don't work as well, no matter how hard they try. But even without vitamin C, TTs don't disappear. They just become sluggish, like editors working with dull pencils. This means that while TTs can still function in a vitamin C deficient environment, they're not nearly as efficient, and the skin's ability to renew itself suffers accordingly. In fact, studies in mice and cell cultures have shown that boosting TT activity, whether through genetic modulation or vitamin C supplementation, can lead to improved skin regeneration, better wound healing, and enhanced expression of genes involved in youthful skin function. TT enzymes are also implicated in fibroblast behavior, the cells responsible for collagen production in the dermis. When TTs are active, fibroblasts can maintain their youthful programming longer, which translates into firmer, more resilient skin. The link between TT enzymes and aging isn't limited to the skin. In various tissues, reduced TT function is associated with cellular senescence, a state where cells stop dividing and begin secreting inflammatory molecules. In skin, this senescence translates into the accumulation of zombie cells that don't contribute to tissue repair but still manage to stir up inflammation and degradation. Active TT enzymes can prevent or delay this state by maintaining the epigenetic flexibility that allows cells to keep functioning properly. So, in sum, TT enzymes are the behind-the-scenes regulators of skin vitality. They help cells read and execute the correct instructions for growth, renewal, and repair. Without them, or with them underperforming due to age or oxidative stress, skin loses its regenerative edge. Add vitamin C to the mix, and suddenly these enzymes regain their speed and accuracy, allowing your skin to behave more youthfully at the cellular level. This doesn't mean we've unlocked eternal youth in a bottle of citrus, but it does suggest that addressing the epigenetic regulators like TTs could be the next frontier in skincare, not just slowing down time's damage, but reversing the molecular signals that tell your skin it's old. Because when it comes to aging gracefully, It turns out some of the most important players are already inside you, just waiting for a little encouragement and maybe a daily orange.